Hi, this is BeachinSurfTV. My name's Clint Harris and we're here to talk about boards, fins and everything else you use to get your froth on in the surf. Today we're discussing the rusty Neil Diamond. It only seemed appropriate to link in as many puns as we could with references to the rock lord Neil Diamond. Sadly I couldn't find any puns in the rough, but you can link it to... Today we're discussing the rusty Neil Diamond, and it only seemed appropriate to try and throw in as many puns as possible with references linked to Neil Diamond. Sadly I couldn't find any puns in the rough, but if you do find a couple, link them in on the comments below and we'll be sure to read them out.
That was terrible.
So let's talk about the features of this board. The first thing I really wanted to talk about was the concave. We've got a deep single running into a double on this board. What you're going to find is that the single starts really early in on the board, right at the start of the rocket there, giving a lot of water on this board, giving you a lot of speed. Rusty have designed this board with the smaller conditions in mind. You're going to want to ride this a few inches shorter. It's a lot of fun, it's a fast board, it's something that's going to really make those smaller days a lot more enjoyable than they typically would be. Two of the features I wanted to talk about this board was definitely the rocker and the tail. The rocker's a bit flatter, which is giving you that extra speed, but jumping over to the tail of this board, you've got a lot of area, you've got your diamond tail, which is a signature feature of this board, and you've got the option of riding it in a quad or a thruster, giving you that wide range of size of waves and conditions you can surf this in. Ride the quad if it's a little bit bigger and you want to stabilize this big wide tail, or ride the thruster if you want to take advantage of the wider tail and break your fins out in that smaller conditions. I've ridden this board in a 6.1 and a 6.2, had a lot of fun with it in smaller conditions, but also found it really fun in the big conditions as well, sitting at about 4 foot, 5 foot max. With the smaller days, I was riding this as a thruster, gave it a little bit more release around the tail and had lots of speed in those smaller wind swells that we get around here. In the bigger days, I threw a quad in, I found that stabilized the tail and gave me a bit more control in the pocket, and I had a lot of fun with it. So with all that in mind, this board's going to go great in 1 to 4 foot conditions. It's really targeted in on those 1 to 3 foot conditions if you want to take advantage of the extra foam, flatter rocker and bigger tail areas with the extra paddle power under the chest there. But if you want to step it up to slightly bigger conditions, 4 to 5 foot, you chuck that quad in, you're getting a lot of the advantages that we've just previously mentioned. After talking to Ado at the Rusty factory, he was really excited about this model and I can see why. It's been one of the best sellers out of Rusty and I've absolutely loved it this year. I dare say it's been my favorite board of the year. Go in, check it out. I think this is a board that you're going to really like.